Today is May 19th. The Yankees once again eat the bread, discard the meat, win the series 2-1. Let's talk Yanks.
Eat it, Mets.
Eat it, Mets. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD is here. We're coming to you from the Yes booth. We are sitting on the spots where Michael Kay and Paul O'Neill and David Cohen put their elbows. And they're cleaning up the field behind us. And BBD is where James Smythe is, maybe? Sometimes Meredith sits back there.
Yeah, I think Smythe maybe gets...
Oh, yeah, Smythe's over here.
Shackle's
been up there. Jake, how are you?
James Davis, Yankee Stadium, everyone tuning in. I'm doing well.
And Brian and Arj, our most recent Substackers.
Yes, shout out to the Subsnack. Subway Series. Yanks win. Yanks have won 3 consecutive series against good teams. Like you mentioned on the open, if someone didn't understand, they won the first and the last game of the series.
Yeah.
As we've issued the bread games
yes.
of the sandwich series. And yeah, man, you got to be feeling pretty good about this team. I think there's still, in baseball land where some of our young guys we've got some questions about right now. Obviously, every team has some questions about bullpen or pitching depth, but the Yankees are winning a lot of ball games. It feels like we had one middling stretch, and now the team's playing good ball. Mets are good.
That's what I'm saying. These series against good teams have been fun. They've been in it. Yeah. Even the one they've lost games, like Padres, they ended up winning 2 out of 1 there. Seattle's got good pitching. But kind of mini tests they've been in. Then some close games lately they've been in. So, yeah, Beams, get that bobblehead collection on the ceiling.
Oh, don't reveal that.
That's crazy. I wonder. Maybe we can't reveal that. I don't know.
Like Justin Shackle's basement.
That's cool, though. So if you are never joined the show, we're going to grounds creep a little bit. That's obvious. We're going to recap the 3 games, and then we're going to give out some awards. If you're a Mets fan tuning in just because you want to listen to us, remove all context and tone, and get mad, I'll get that over there right now. Soto, more like so-so. That was a sign I saw.
No show.
More like no show. You guys stink.
We're happy you changed the tenor of your franchise. I didn't do great on the smack talk there.
We're going to overpay.
Before Jim gets into the grounds creeping, I want to tell you about American Crew. Today's episode of Talkin' Yanks is brought to you by American Crew. Just like you need the right gear in sports, you need the right gear for your hair. We have teamed up with American Crew, the champions in men's grooming, to help you style like a pro. For those looking for robust control without the shine, the Fiber Puck is your MVP. The Forming Cream Puck gives you the freedom to remodel your hair throughout the... Oh, that makes sense. All the fans were yelling Puck Soto. It must have been an American Crew thing.
His hair.
The Pomade Puck Soto. That slicked back look, that BBD grind, especially if your hair has denser curls. Grab your essentials and ensure your hair always scores high no matter the play. Whether you're fielding a tough question or tackling a busy schedule, American Crew has you covered. Go to Amazon and grab these. Style like a pro, look like a champ. American Crew. Grounds creeping. Maybe slow zoom in onto the ground while I do this. Yankees activated Jonathan Loaisiga from the IL for the first time this season. To do that, they DFA'd Tyler Matzik. Yankees 40-man roster is currently at 38 people. Boone confirmed that Oswaldo Cabrera had ligament damage, so it's even more complicated and not going to return this season. Touching story about Volpe and Judge being in the hospital for him night of. That's great. JT Brubaker, they're saying he exists. And I think that's everything. What was that?
JT Brubaker started a rehab assignment Sunday. I read it verbatim.
That's crazy. I'm kind of driving the Brubaker bus.
It's idling.
What are you talking about?
You haven't gotten anywhere.
We need innings.
You haven't picked up a player.
We need innings.
I didn't even know you were driving it.
Yeah, man.
You're driving another bus.
Have
You're
you-
gonna
do you
like
have
his
any
curveball.
passengers?
You're gonna like
Have you
his
gotten the
curveball.
passenger yet?
You're gonna like his curveball. No, it's an empty bus.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
empty bus.
I don't think you've moved it. Like you're searching for the keys.
Don't. Charlie parked his car at one of the garages, and he said the valet lost his keys. That was the last update we got from our Mets correspondent.
I am also worried that
Right.
they're going to lock my car in there.
Yeah.
Game 1, Jake, Friday night in the Bronx. Soto returns.
Yeah, I guess. Do you just any big picture? I know you enjoyed the audience tonight. There was a good pop from the crowd.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the loudest I've heard the stadium in a regular season game. I mean, besides the World Series game we went to,
Right.
some of the other postseason games I've been to of late that weren't this loud, but I've been to some duds. There was that day game versus Cleveland, 18-0 Red Sox. But, dude, it was awesome atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I love I think we have this generation of people that grew up being told that's sexist, that's offensive, and they just look for negative, and they're like,
Right.
think booing is this really big, terrible thing.
Right.
They're like, you guys are so mad. Like, no, it's sports and we're having fun. And
Right.
like the crowd turned their back on Soto, that's funny. Like, I loved the pettiness. I love that Yes didn't cut away and go to commercials because they're like, yeah, this is drama
Right.
and entertainment. And like everyone played up. Like Soto was laughing and yucking it up with the crowd. He waved to them no matter what.
That's what I was gonna
It's a
say.
spectacle.
I mean, Soto did great on the whole thing too. Like, tipping his cap to the fans when he was hitting and going out to the field. Like, that was really good. So, yeah, I think everyone handled everything okay. There was no throwing stuff. Like, lines didn't get crossed. And no show, like, he didn't homer. He didn't really affect the games at all.
I know.
So,
I thought he would. Like that Devin at bat.
That
I was
Devin
like,
Williams
oh,
at bat.
Boy, he's sneaking into here. I will say, when Soto did run down that ball and catch
Right.
it, there was a loud eruption of Mets fans too. Like, it was decently loud.
no, and there was a good
I never heard a guy get booed like that.
There was a good correspondence of Mets fans trying to get a little juice going in the crowd, and then the Yankee fans would shut it down. And yeah, the boos for Soto's first at bat tonight were pretty loud. No, it was kind of good sports. You went to another team.
Yeah. It was like
We
very
showed
similar,
you love.
very similar money offers, and you said I'd rather go there. I mean, that's fine.
That's fine.
Sports is
But
about
we will
that.
now boo you for that.
Yeah. Sports are drama and theater, If you can't allow it to be that, then get out of sports.
Managers do 2 press conferences a day.
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
not drama and theater.
But it used to be. That's how it happened.
Managers' press conferences are closer to like Nathan For You drama, comedy than real life.
Right. I think they used to not be.
Yo, yeah, they definitely
All right, Pokey's not hitting anything these days.
I mean,
Now if Boone says that, everyone's like, who's Pokey?
now you got Ron
He's
Washington and
losing
Pat
his mind.
Murphy.
Yeah.
They're doing good
Oh
stuff.
my God, Pat Murphy. Pat Murphy's running like an AAU team for like troubled kids. He's being mean to the Brewers. People would, if Aaron Boone had a Pat Murphy press conference, Yes Network would have like a live breaking show on it.
Yeah. Or they just cut away halfway through.
That's for all our Brewer Yankee crossover fans. Okay.
Game 1. Are you ready to burn this?
Burns are presented by your local Ford stores. Listen up, Ford owners. You're invited to an exclusive meet and greet at the game this Wednesday with Yankees alumni and Yes broadcaster Jeff Nelson. Just sign up and show your key fob, okay?
Ooh.
Reservations are limited, so sign up now at FordMVPPerks.com. Hello. Do I go?
Burn number 1. Burn. Burn, 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 burn.
The 29th edition of the Subway Series rode on with Carlos on the bump for the Yanks, while for the other guys, like asking a Scottish fish how it breathes, McGill's for the Mets. Top 1, boo! And that's that. Scoreless into the third. McGill looked like a fish out of water. 4 walks in the inning. Yanks push 3 runs across. Mets would get one back, finding Nimmo. Dude, this is a big series. What's with all the fish references? 3-1 in the fourth, but the Yanks weren't done yet. Goldine. Paulie singles, and Jasson Speed makes it 6-1 Yanks. Rodon grinded 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 5 Ks. Yeri got a little scary late, but it's Rodon to Laza, baby. To Leiter, to Williams, to Yeri, to Weave. Yanks take game 1, 6-2 final.
I Googled Goldine. It's Pokemon fish.
Yeah.
I was like,
Paul Goldschmidt.
I thought Paul Goldfish was the layup.
No.
But you just, that's kind of that was the layup.
That's
and
what
you
Pokemon
did like a spin move.
That's what Pokemon did, essentially.
Yes, it's a goldfish. It's a lady goldfish. Looks very sad.
In my crew, he did actually call him Paul Goldfish.
Oh, wow.
So you knew that.
Paulie Goldfish, yeah.
So this game, what I thought about this game was it was awesome, but a little lackluster from the Mets because I was expecting more. The next 2 games, the Mets brought it.
Okay.
This was like a sad time for Tyler McGill. 5 walks.
McGill's.
That wasn't good.
Yeah.
Rodon pitched around Soto, walked him 3 times, 4 walks on the night, 3 were to Soto. Can't get deep. He in the 4th inning, was it, or 2nd inning, or 3rd inning? 3rd inning? I don't know. One of those innings, Rodon just lost the zone on everyone. And then he was fine every other inning. What inning was that?
That was
4th inning.
Yes. McGill had the brutal 3rd inning that he doesn't make it out. Yankees score 4 in that inning, and man, I mean, talk about an ugly Vibus single with his signature single.
That's his 2nd single of a fastball. I was kind of like, oh shit.
Up top fastball, right in front of the right fielder, bang. Ground out walk. Infield single by Belly. Goldschmidt.
Speed.
Infield single.
Hustle.
Dominguez walk. Sack fly Volpe. Wells walk. Peraza walk. So that's, I don't want to say lame sauce because I don't talk like that.
You've been saying it a lot.
But that's a lame sauce rally.
Yeah.
But we'll take it. 4 runs.
Hold on though. In between hitting a bunch of home runs and having slugging, I want them to be able to do innings like this. And I'm serious when I say Paul Goldschmidt, no first baseman since Andy Phillips is beating that out on the Yankees.
No, yeah.
And Paul Goldschmidt at 38 years old is. So that's new. Belly beats out his.
Yeah.
Verdugo, or whoever the fuck was last year, Verdugo or Soto aren't doing that.
Super out.
So, like, we took away Glaber, Soto, Verdugo, Rizzo.
Yep.
So we took away 4 of the slowest guys, and we've replaced them with guys that can move, and innings like this is the difference.
It's true. I mean, yeah. I was more so referencing the walks. Goldie, I mean, this was a Goldie freak show game. He makes his over-the-shoulder catch.
Cool. Judge celebrating like
Very
a little
cool.
kid.
And yeah, Goldie's running has impacted games.
That might be one of the most genuine Judge celebrations we've seen.
Yes. I think easily.
Like, not like concerned about, am I doing too much? Am I not doing too much?
Right.
Whatever. It was just genuine, pure.
Nice catch.
Yeah.
Which I support that.
Okay. Loaisiga, we see him for the first time. Gives up a double, but looks good.
Yeah. We see Johnny in the last game too. Goatee Johnny. So maybe that's a new comfort level.
Oh,
for
dude,
him.
that was a jump scare. When
A little
they
bit.
showed him in the bullpen, the hat was like, because they're wearing those ugly hats.
Because it's not the goatee you think Johnny Lasagna would have either.
No. It changes.
It's a little bit like
the devil. Like the yard goats, if the yard goat was a devil.
Like, I believe Johnny's from
goat, man.
Nicaragua.
Yes.
Like, it's very much like farmer vibes.
Yeah.
Which I think we all had Johnny as like a city guy.
Well, let's see
But
where
that's
he's from.
like I have some nice land that I work on.
Yeah, straw hat.
So I don't know if
You
he's
have him
more
with a straw hat?
if he's more comfortable with that. I'm more comfortable with that. But it's not what I
He's
expected.
from Managua. Capital. He's from the capital. So I think that is a city.
Okay.
And when I say I think I know.
Right.
Beachy, though.
What else in game one? Gets a little scary at the end.
No.
Okay.
because it's Yeri.
Right.
Like, okay, I
For the season, it doesn't get scary.
yes, for the season it doesn't get scary. I always get upset because like the mop-up guy can't do his job. Well, there's a reason he's the last guy in the bullpen.
Right.
You know, you probably have guys in AAA that you value more than the last guy in the bullpen. But we got to see the weave, and he two-pitched him.
Right. Two-pitch Soto.
Yeah. Fly ball. Easy peasy.
So kind of a win.
Yeah. I mean, I got up to watch the weave pitch, so I was excited about that.
And maybe Devin Williams' best inning of the year.
Devin Williams, nice.
Struck out the side.
Yeah, I'd be interested to tap into where we are there, but maybe not for now.
Okay.
You want to go to game 2 where Clarke Schmidt was taking the bump?
Sure.
And if the Yankees won this game, they would have won the series
Correct.
and won the bread and the meat. They don't do that.
People might know it's coming.
Vegan.
Yankees fans would hope to Schmidt down the throats of Mets fans. Whoa! In the yes booth as Clarke would face off against the mythical Griffin Canning for Los Mets. Bottom 3, DJ, turn it up. DJ 26, didn't know if we'd hear that again. Porch me zaddy as LeMahieu goes on the short port, but the Mets would claw back in the 4th. Polar Pete and Marky's funky bunch would be the 2 runs they'd get off Clarke in his 6 innings of ball. Bottom 6, get in my belly. 432 feet of game-tying home run from Cody. Like a good night out, we're tied up at 2. Plays at the plate by both team, but a sad funeral for Yankees fans as Lindor makes the ultimate sacrifice and Diaz plays the trumpets. Mets win 3-2 final.
They lost this game.
Aha.
They lost it. Clarke had to come in. Well, Clarke gets through 6 innings, 2 earned runs.
Yep.
And Clarke's got this weird ability where every start just ends up being 6-2, 6-3. So when he gave the single up, I was like, no, don't do it again and end up with 6 innings, pitched 3 earned runs when it felt like better than that.
You were
whole time.
smitten with him early. Quick innings.
Yeah, but that he a little Rodon'd himself, I think, because he that 4th inning he was like gassed.
Right.
But the first 3 innings, Clarke looked great. The home runs were cool. And then, I don't know, Fernando Cruz got. Like, we've seen him, he got on the single and the walk and the hit by pitch stink.
Hit by pitch was tough.
The walks are tough.
Walks are tough. Walks were a big theme of this series for Rodon, for Clarke, for some of the bullpen guys. Also, Jim, if you wanted to put this in your piggy bank of relievers coming in and coming back out, like Cruz has to come in to save that inning.
Yep.
And then he comes back out for the next one. I mentioned both teams had plays at the plate. We had the belly relay throw.
I don't think Cruz had to save that inning. It's just how they managed to avoid the 3 true outcome.
Yeah. Ball hops over Dominguez. Belly makes the nice relay to Volpe. They get to play at the plate.
That was an awesome play. I was at Porch Fest where there was a bunch of bands playing on porches.
Right.
With the kids. And Claire was sitting on my lap. And I was watching on my phone.
Sure.
The phone was on the grass. And I jumped. Oh, yeah. I got a fist pump, but I was at a...
Vertical?
No. Like, I was sitting on the ground.
Right.
And she was on my lap. I got kind of, whoa, and she scared her. Like, my whole body kind of
You scared
bumped.
your daughter.
Yeah.
Another way you could phrase that.
I scared the shit out of her this morning. It was so funny, like truly scared. She was running around my bed, and she went, ah!
Come on.
No. Both my kids love being scared. They get it from my mom.
Let's see.
Oh, man, I didn't mean that to come off with such dark humor, but...
DJ homered.
DJ homered. He let out a big fist pump. He's got quotes about it. DJ might come up later.
I could see that. Alonso makes the play at the plate in game 2.
Yes.
A little bit of a tease there.
A little bit of a tease. DM.
A little bit of a tease.
The sac fly was interesting here with Belly calling off Dominguez at the end there. And it was like kind of Dominguez had a better shot at it. Because his momentum was coming there. They talked about it after. That was cool. There's an article from Hokie saying like they discussed it, and Belly was like, actually, I think it's much better that that happened because now we like learned from it, moved on. And Belly was kind of saying, I didn't hear him, but that is probably his ball. He had the better line to the plate.
Who has the better arm?
Don't know.
I don't know.
I think Dominguez has a decent arm,
Right.
but we haven't seen it like used properly yet.
I think Belly has a decent arm too. It's an interesting
it's just
one.
who has momentum. Like that's
Right.
more what they're considering there. And then Diaz looks pretty nasty at the end there. Edwin, that is.
Edwin Diaz for the Mets. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else in this game. Your guy Griffin Canning, former Yankee.
Oh, the double steal that gets called back because the ump interfered. So like, how much are you paying him?
Never like that.
Well, when like the umps get hit by a batted ball, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Right.
That one is like, okay,
Right.
you just got in his way.
Yeah.
We were doing a whole orchestrated play on that pitch.
Yeah.
Like it feels weird.
And now that's on us, but it's on.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I've never liked that. 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position for the Yankees.
Yeah. Mets had good pitching. It was a good game. It's good to be in close games like this. I know they lose this one, but it truly is good as the season goes to be in them. To have starting pitchers get you, have to get the bullpens, to have your pitchers have to go toe-to-toe.
Fair.
It is fair, as long as you win Game 3.
Right.
Otherwise, it's bullshit and you have to win every game that's close.
Which?
We need to talk about now.
A Subway Series rubber match. David, son of Peter, for the Mets against Yankees ace Max Fried. Buckle up, bottom one. Cody goes all global warming with a double down the line, defeating the polar bear. It's 2-0 Yanks, but they would slowly squirrel away the lead. McNeil, RBI single. Then he scores on a wild pitch. Some good base running by him. That's what they'd get off Fried. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned run as Peterson went toe-to-toe with him, tied at 2s. Into the 8th, the Yankees abduct another run. Pete can't catch the Martian. 3-2 Yanks, and you don't have to go home, but you've got to get the hell up out of here.
Oh, yeah.
The Mets go belly up after Cody's grand slam. Game blouses as the Yankees still own the city. Fried to Laza to Williams to Hill. Yanks win 8-2 and take the series 2-1.
How this game went is how this game will go when the Yankees are up against a pitcher like this. A pitcher like we saw in the postseason last year with Waka and Lugo. We've seen guys that throw the kitchen sink, they struggle with.
Right.
Like they're better players, Judge, top of the order, struggle with. And that's what Peterson was doing. I mean, it was like his pitch mix in single at bats was nuts. It's like curve, slider, four seam, changeup, sinker. That would be the plate appearance.
Right.
So when he gets out of the game and they bring in the Pirate, who's throwing just fastballs and then a fake splitter,
right,
and then they bring in Cabrera, who's throwing sinkers and fastballs and the slowest curves ever to Judge, which really worked. It's easier for them to kind of sit and pick out pitches.
Yeah, I guess the only thing that I would twist on that is they still have a lefty problem. Today's lineup, we've got Volpe 5-hole, which the options for 5-hole are, to keep the lineup balanced, the options for 5-hole are Volpe, DJ, or Dominguez. Dominguez can't hit lefties. DJ, let's find out. We saw a couple good swings, but, as of a week ago, we thought we may never see him do anything as a Yankee again. That I think the Yankees still have a left-handed pitching problem that, I mean, and no offense to Trent, who, he was walking this series, but, like, Goldie and Judge and Belly, those are the three against left-handed pitching right now. You bring in a righty, I mean, Rice is out there. I think Trent becomes more of a threat. Our catcher situation, Dominguez becomes a completely different baseball player that, yes, a lot of the pitch mix guys have messed with the Yankees before. I still think for this year, I think they've done pretty well against those guys as righties. I think they currently have a lefty problem.
True. Volpe's lefty fifth hole every time we face a lefty. They intentionally walked Judge, then pitched around Belly 4 pitches to load the bases with 2 outs to get to Volpe.
Right.
And he 1 pitch grounded out. And then the very next time that part of the order comes up, they walk Judge. They pitch around Belly. He chases 2 pitches, but I think they were out of the zone. Then he gets on an infield single. So
hits the pitcher,
beats him in the bag. Again, speed. Verdugo, Soto don't do that. Volpe comes up again, bases loaded, 2 outs. A walk gives you the lead.
Right.
He saw 1 pitch in the zone. He struck out swinging.
It's a tough at bat. I think talking Yanks fans kind of know where we're at with Volpe. Obviously, the glove has played. Some of the offensive stuff is nice, but there's still not a consistency or like a calling card that kind of what we were told his calling card would be, like kind of good at bats. And we're not seeing that for a little bit now. And after a good start to the season, you could chop his numbers up, and it was interesting. I mean, there's a lot of people that call us Volpe haters, and it's like I don't want to hate the cute young Italian from New Jersey whose dad idolized, loved the Yankees and bred this guy to be the Yankee shortstop. I just want good baseball. And definitely after that at bat, the internet comments, at least that I saw, made a turn on Volpe. So, hey, I don't. He shouldn't be batting 5th. And that's more so a Yankee problem right now. That should be Giancarlo Stanton. That should be Jazz. Someone else. Either way, the at-bats gotta get better.
Yeah, I wonder, versus lefties, his splits can't be better than the other guys.
Right.
On the team.
I mean, I think they just want a righty. They're better than Dominguez.
Versus left-handed pitcher. What?
Whose page are you on?
The team. So you can look all of them at once. First left-handed pitcher has righty. So he's the best righty of the righties. But what I'm sure, what's his numbers? Well, besides Goldie and Volpe. No, those are really good numbers for Volpe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The stats this year are just very fascinating.
Yeah, odd. Okay. Should we get into awards? Cover a lot of the other stuff?
I think so. Big eighth inning. 6 runs in the 8th. Tie game, blowout game.
Tie game, blowout game. The game in Alonso's hands twice. Belly hits one just off of his glove.
Yeah.
Then Belly hits one to the pitcher, who decides, I'm not going to throw this to Pete, I'm going to slip on the base and try to hurt you.
Right.
So that scares Pete.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Then he throws it awry.
Just a little bit of old man rant from me. I love Pete. Almost every time I talk to you about Pete, I tell you how much I love Pete. Just an interesting note, all these AL Central teams that are winning games, and everyone's like, how do these AL Central teams do it? And then it's like, oh, well, they pitch pretty well and they play good defense. I still think baseball got so far off from defense that it used to be a requirement. If you played Major League Baseball, you could play defense.
Yes.
You literally didn't get called up if you could not play defense. And Pete's one of the great home run hitters in baseball. I love the way he plays baseball. I don't know if it's Paul Goldschmidt right now, but if you had a high-level defensive first baseman, I think you cut off the 2 runs in the first inning, and I think you make that play at home that it's an entirely different baseball game.
True.
So just some food for funk.
He's good at scoops.
I love Pete, and this isn't targeting.
I like when he does this.
It's just one team.
Right after the Belly grand slam, he did that.
There was a funny cut shot, and it's part of the reason I like Pete. It was one of the Soto at bats. I think he struck out and he got some big boos. And obviously Pete doesn't care that Pete just crosses him and he's doing his signature bat thing. And you're supposed to be focused on the emote, and they're booing, they're cheering because Soto struck out, and Pete's just like, okay.
Well, that's why he's the best home run
Hit
derby
ball.
contestant ever.
I'm about to hit the ball hard.
Awards.
Woo! I think we usually start awards with Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees. Pride of the Yankees is brought to you by DraftKings. Use code Yanks when you sign up with the DraftKings Sportsbook.
I think you go first.
Yeah, I go first, and I'm going to go...
Before the All-Star break.
I don't know if that's the entire reason, but I go first, and I'm going to give my award, Pride of the Yankees, to Cody Bellinger.
Aha.
Yep, I'm going to give mine to Cody Bellinger. Ask me why, Jake.
Why is that?
Only a fool would need to ask why. He hit 636 this series with a 714 on base percentage. He had 6 RBIs in Game 3. RBI, if you want me to say that. He had a grand slam.
Yeah.
He made some plays. He made that play to cut the run off in Game 2. In his last 32 games.
Okay.
How many games of the season have there been? The most?
42, says Beebs.
42?
Ish.
Well, the Yankees are 27 and 19.
42 feels wrong. 46.
Okay, 46. So out of his last 32, he is slashing 280 batting average,
Good.
358 on base percentage,
Good.
517 slugging.
Great.
That's at 875 OPS. If he continues this for another week, his season numbers are going to just look normal, and
Right.
he's going to overcome the slow start he had. I don't know. Seen him play first in a pinch. Seen him being out 2 infield singles.
Right.
Seen him do a lot of different
This
things.
series.
This series,
Yeah.
yes. Like, seen him do more than just hit ball hard. Like, he is versatile. He goes to left field. Pete hits a rocket. He's right there.
Right.
He's got it.
Relay throw.
The relay throw. Yeah, so I'm going Cody Bellinger. He was cold, and I trying to tell everyone that. This guy doesn't like playing in the cold. And it's not that cold anymore.
He was cold, like every hitter. His swing's based on timing. It's not a ton of moving parts, but it's kind of a big swing. So if it's off, I think it's off. That he was getting beat by a lot of high fastballs. He's locked in. I mean, he got that grand slam was 97 left on left. Cabrera is a pitcher that I hope enters the Matt Blake school one day. I've always liked him. That was emotional. Belly's great, man, and yeah, a little bit, during Yankees Mets, I have a little bit of salt come out. I have a little bit of venom come out. It's the Subway Series. There is just a little bit of extra juice. The city's about it, and Soto's been a multiplier this year. I guess the other thing that I jumped to, Ohio State, Michigan this year. Michigan beat them. It was their 4th year in a row beating Ohio State. And they did the college football thing where they planted their flag on their field. And Ohio State didn't like that and ripped the flag out and started some beef. And everyone was like, oh, no, you can't be doing that, blah, blah. And then people afterwards were like, well, what are they supposed to do? Just watch them, celebrate on their field? So I don't know. I've got Mets fans getting salty with me, so I salt the snail a little bit back. I don't know.
I posted the video that got emailed to me, and people are freaking out.
I know, that was crazy.
Freaking out, like I'm saying something.
Belly's got an MVP award, Soto doesn't, but nobody's talking about that.
Well, he likes being the second best. Which is why his agents were begging him to join the Yankees.
Belly's good.
Yeah, that is why he's my pride.
Right.
And now you have to give out a pride. I'm interested where you're going to go here.
Yeah, it's not as interesting as you think.
Okay.
Because offensively, there's really only one other guy that stood out.
Beavis?
1.5. It's Max Fried.
Max Fried.
This was Sunday Night Baseball, Subway Series, so everything we just discussed. This is Max Fried's second worst start, arguably, of his season, and it's 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and he almost had some unfriedian moments. You could take that, Michael K., as I fart on your desk. I'm not. I haven't yet. I will. Fried, there's a defensive highlight that, again, most pitchers don't even get to make that play. He sails the throw a bit, so it's safe at first. he spikes, or not spikes the ball, but it bounces away from Wells. It ends up being a wild pitch on Fried, and McNeil is some really heads-up base running by him. And it's just the player that McNeil is that, that's the second run they score. A lot of players wouldn't even attempt that with Juan Soto up because you wouldn't want to risk taking the bat out of his hands, but McNeil's a nut job. Fried's amazing. The ERA goes up in this game. That on the season, his ERA is now what? 1.11? 1.18? Let me see. 1.29. 1.29. So
1.29.
When you say who's your pride, I think it's easy to get cheeky and go, oh, your beats at bat.
No, I would never do that. I take pride really seriously.
You alluded to that.
That was a yoke.
Max Fried. Pride of the Yankees.
Yoke was a double-layered yoke.
I saw.
Yeah, okay.
I was there.
A lot of people didn't catch it.
No, and they were hoping it moved on.
Yeah. Well.
And you're against Max Fried.
No, I love Max Fried. He's really good. We were talking to Coney as we...
David Cone.
Yep. And Max Fried, like today, he didn't make that play to get the leadoff batter. Yeah. Then he walked the next batter. And you can literally see his gears grinding and like tightening up in those moments. And then he gets out of it, which is awesome. Where like other pitchers, you see them kind of get a little like less confident, like a little more hesitant. And Max Fried is like, okay, like I'll just throw my 3 best pitches then and just like mow you down.
Also, I know I did this last time, but since the start of 2020, Max Fried has the best ERA of any starting pitcher. So whether you're just looking at fastball, projected stats, speed, whatever, Max Fried has been the best pitcher at limiting the other team scoring earned runs.
Which is important.
And I like that. And I don't know, man, this whole series was kind of a cash god thing, which I don't know if a lot of Yankee fans are ready to talk about.
Max Goodman tweeted that...
Still over there?
Yankees...
He's right over there. Should we yell his name?
No, that's all.
Oh, God, that's a murderer's row.
That's a murderer's row.
Oh, my God. Dude, how much has Cody turned into a beat reporter? Like, he's always been one. Like, I like Cody a lot. But, dude, he's gone...
Down
the glasses and full shaved head, like he is.
You got.
Oh my God, Brian Hoke is locked in.
Yeah, Hoke's locked in.
We just can't tap into Hoke because if we do, we'll lose about 45 minutes of this program.
Okay, it's a good view of the crew.
I thought about waving.
All right, well, there's Max. I'm reading his tweet. Yankees starting pitchers over the last 31 games, 2.89 ERA over 168 innings pitched. They've allowed 3 earned runs or fewer. 26 out of those 31 starts. That's really good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty...
So young William Warren and Crumbled Cookie account for some of those.
He's had an amazing career.
Who?
Cookie Carrasco. You can't go out as Crumbled Cookie.
I mean, some of the best cookies I've ever eaten.
I don't know how this angle looks. I'm getting my outfit in the reflection, and it looks a lot better than I've felt it's looked all day. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the reflection does it nice.
Reflection looks good, because otherwise I look kind of homeless chic, right?
Yeah. It was a crazy outfit to pull up in the
nuts,
press. It looks like you've been...
So bad. How's that happen?
I don't know.
35.
Or sweatpants?
35. They're joggers. Big hole in the crotch.
They're sweats.
They're joggers.
I know, but...
Sweats and joggers are different.
Yeah, I think so. They're just tapered sweatpants.
Exactly.
They're not like... You can't go out where you're supposed to be looking nice in them.
I think, yes, people actually do. We work with brands that...
I think those are like the thin ones. These are thick. Like I have a pair of the
It's a chilly
Lululemon.
night.
All right.
One.
No.
Your MFer?
My MFer is Volpe.
Or do you want to talk cash cow? Oh, never mind.
No, it's Volpe, man. It's a bad time. I don't know. I don't even know if there's supposed to be someone better. I didn't look at the stats. Man, he's been really bad. Those 8 games to start the season are carrying him. He's got to get hot soon. Otherwise it's going to start. Those 8 games are going to get smaller and smaller and farther away.
Right.
I mean, in his last 36 games, and this is before today. I wish I could punch today's numbers in because I know the batting average comes down to 219 in his last 37 games. 37 games, batting average comes down to 219.
The reverse Belly, as you labeled it.
Yeah, Belly had a bad first 8 games and good since, and Volpe's the complete opposite. 352 slugging. The on base is 325, and that's like, actually decent for him.
Right.
And the bottom of the order hitter, 676. So it's like, and it's just approachless and feelless. That's the biggest thing we say is like in big at bats like that.
Right.
He's got no approach or presence, or I'm looking for this to do this, or I'm gonna foul everything off until you give me this, or I'm just gonna jump this. Like he's got, it's just there's nothing going on.
It's in between. It's almost, that at bat goes to 3-0, and it's kind of like, all right, the pitcher's kind of been wild anyways. You're gonna take that first pitch. It's almost okay. 3-1 comes. And then, how much in a groove are you? What kind of pitch are you looking for? And then he swings at a ball, and then he swings at another ball, and he swings at another ball. So really brutal at bat, and that came after the at bat that was bases loaded. Peterson was wild, and he decides to swing at the first pitch, which I do. I argue this often that, if Volpe had ripped a double down the line there, we'd say, oh, that's genius. That's the pitcher's wild. He's trying to get a first pitch strike on you, so you jump on it. It was a changeup by Peterson, and he got exactly what he wanted. He got Volpe to roll over, so that's where you can't defend it at all. But yeah, it's weird. I know you were commenting, and I laughed at Peraza because this is going to end up being a kids segment, but. These are two guys looking to really establish themselves as major league hitters. And that's very fair. Volpe's defense has been amazing. And yes, he's going to be a 4-WAR shortstop, blah, 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 the whole deal. But has not established himself as a major league hitter. And you're getting the right side of the infield just left open for you. And that's your strength. If anything, if when you've been hot as a hitter, it's been when you've driven the ball the other way. And I've lumped Peraza in this because they had a huge shift on him. And dude, you're on the interstate and you haven't really done anything at the major league level. That it's like, hey, I know this sounds old school, but I feel like we talked about this with defense the past couple years. We talked about this when the Yankees were all righty. We're reverting back to basic baseball stuff. Yes, it's never hard to hit a 95-mile-per-hour fastball, but you can have the intention of going the other way with it, and sometimes you will do that, and sometimes you'll stumble into success that way. I think Volpe's got to. I still don't know what the approach is. It feels like it's gone to pull power hitter, which it feels like that should be his last option.
Yeah. It should be have an approach. I mean, I might be preparing an award. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about that. I mentioned I was going to lump in the kids. I lumped in Peraza last week. He unfortunately doesn't even deserve an MFer because, I do use it as a term of endearment sometimes, even though he had the bad error and he went hitless this series.
Wait, are you giving it to him?
No. It's the kids, -1. Austin Wells.
Oh,
Austin Wells
AW, AV and AEW.
Austin Wells drawing the Chicken Parm boys, drawing the ire of the fan base this series. Bad hitting for a little bit now, including this series, and the Max Fried wild pitch today could have been graded differently. That again,
it was in the dirt. No,
it was in the dirt, but it didn't bounce too far away from him. If that ball didn't bounce far away, I don't even think the broadcast would be great block by Austin Wells. We're watching the replay right now. Oh. I mean, Jim.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, it's kind of, I'm just saying the way they judge it is if it bounces before, it's never a pass ball.
Correct. But if that ball doesn't bounce away, are you surprised at all?
No. I think, what pitch is this?
I mean, it's a curveball right at him.
He overcorrects. He thinks it's going to go further and gets him in the, he
hits off his side.
He thinks it's going to bounce here and keep going this way. But yeah, no, I didn't see it. I think he blocks that majority of the
If
time.
that ball doesn't bounce away, I don't think anyone really flinches about it.
And this was before he got hit in the nuts, right?
Yes, which he did, and feel for him on that.
Wellesley's got 3 homers that are saving his slug. And in between all of that,
Right.
nothing.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I like the 3 homers, but he started off slow last year. I hope there's a heat wave coming. He had a good at bat. I think it was Peterson's last at bat of the game where he just missed a double down the line, and then he hit a really hard one at second base. But yeah, I mean, I know you teased the Ben Rice playoff move out there. Ascara not exactly pushing Wells
move.
necessarily. Having Ben Rice be the catcher in the playoffs.
I just meant when Stan comes back. If Ben Rice is still hitting and Austin Wells is still not. May 27th.
Wellsy. I think fans are starting to look at it. I don't know. He hasn't felt horribly different than the Austin Wells from last year. I know the results are missing a little bit, but
he had the 2 good months last year, so we saw more bad.
Say 3. It was the first month was bad and the last month was bad.
I was tired at the end.
So tired at the end that I guess the hot streak could very much be coming, and I was wondering last year if it would, and it did. So
Didn't it? Yeah. Great August. 936.
yeah, 3
These
really
2
good
months.
months.
These 2 are way different than this one.
I mean, 769 OPS from a catcher is a very
But these are 277, 325 batting.
good
average.
month,
Like,
great month, great month.
Yeah.
3 very good months. Win.
Good, very good, great. 1 good
2
month.
for 2.
3 in the goods. Where are we? Any regular awards?
Regular awards, which are really a true classic, Jim. We do them pretty much every ep. The recaps, at least. And True Classic has one mission to make sure guys look good and feel better. They've nailed fit, feel, and price across your entire wardrobe. Not just tees. Hoodies, jeans, activewear, everything you need to level up. True Classic isn't just about great clothes. Their brand DNA is built on being highly intentional in what they do, creating high-quality essentials, making folks laugh at their hilarious ads. Say that joke you were telling people before.
2 frogs.
To delivering Ritz-Carlton level customer service, to giving back to the communities they believe in. We like that.
Yeah.
Forget overpriced designer nonsense. Skip the cheap throwaways. True Classic delivers premium essentials built for real life. Grab yours at Target or Costco, or head to trueclassic.com/Yanks to get hooked up today.
Now, I have an award for you. I don't know if you're going to get it.
Is it the Hey Gabby Award?
No, this is the second award material. My first award
Tease.
is the number of the beast.
God damn it, Clarke.
Were you going to do the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, Mark Downey's not happy about it.
But I got it right.
Did he get
3
it
for
right?
3.
Yes.
3 wins.
Well, tell him why.
3 straight 6-inning starts.
First time in his
666.
career. 666, number of the beast. First time in Clarke's
damn
career, he has gone into the 6th
So
inning and
mid.
completed the 6th inning. It's not mid because you were going to give it 2.
Mid,
If I
bro.
didn't-
It's not a first award of the show.
For
type
sure
deal.
not. Yeah, no, happy about Clarke, man. And I was worried because the start before ends up at 6 innings pitched 3 when
Right.
like he was 5 shut, which is the dilemma. But hey, his last 4 starts.
Can I win horse too? Should we like Clarke a little bit more?
If he starts doing this more, yeah. I mean, I like Clarke. I want innings. There's this big. I talked about this, and Cohen actually didn't agree with me, and then he asked Jolly, and Jolly agreed with me right away.
Right.
And it's how to value a start.
Right.
And some people were like, I'd rather 5 innings pitched 0 earned runs than 6 innings pitched 3 earned runs any day of the week.
Right.
And me and Jolly instantly took the 6 innings. Now, in the postseason, and if you're judging on a game-by-game basis, obviously you want no runs. But over the course of the season, I would need starting pitchers to give me innings. I can't use 4 innings of bullpen every single night.
Right.
I would rather, with the Yankees offense right now, 6 innings pitched 3 than 5 shut over the course of this stretch of season. The Yanks are hitting. And that's what Clarke's been giving us. I'd much rather 6 with 1 or 2 runs, and he goes 6 2-inning runs. I love that start.
Yeah, I would take the 5 shot, but I think for Clarke,
Every day?
yeah, because then I would just get a bullpen arm. If they give me 1 inning and 3 earned runs, I've gotten to the same spot. Even if it's like an awful reliever from AAA, and then I can send them down and up.
Well,
And they'll give me some good starts.
You're the Rays and Dodgers like that. You break your players, you don't care about them.
Dodgers are good. I guess I want to see where Clarke's rest of the season goes. Again, I was planning a similar award, but yeah, and let's get. I feel like he needs the one to, the wild horse start that's 8.1 innings. Let's get one of those, man.
He does. I don't know if he has that.
Cutters and groundouts. Any pitcher can have that.
Yeah,
you need one good day at the office.
I think he's done it once and had 50 starts or 60 starts.
How about his curveball to Vientos, which I guess that's the one that has you and me thrown off sometimes. It's you have one special pitch. The RPMs, the revolutions, we've heard about this curveball going back to the COVID year. He made Vientos look foolish on one of his curveballs he struck him out with that, I don't know. It always felt like, hey, man, you can pepper that pitch a little bit more, and I don't think even if guys sit on it, they're going to get it. But no, keep pitching devilishly well.
Keep pitching devilishly well. I want to watch the curve. Clarke he doesn't pitch to ground balls.
He kind of has more in his past 3 starts.
Yeah, but he walked a bunch
since
of
Max Fried yelled at him. You like this?
I mean, I'd love to see what pitch came before it, because that is...
I mean, that pitch pairs so good with his sinker.
I hope he...
Because his sinker with that pitch would end up middle.
He threw the sweeper before it, which is the same pitch, and then sinker. So I'm guessing this was a strike because it got a tunnel with this for him to swing at it. Oh.
That's inside. Little baby cut.
They're all the same thing.
All the same. Good award.
Thank you. Happy for Clarke.
Good award.
It's literally what I've been saying. I want the next step he needs to take. So far he's taken it. So I'm very happy.
I'm happy you're happy.
Your award?
Max Fried yelled at him, and now he's pitching well. That's something good.
Wow, Ryan Yarbrough versus Jacob deGrom on Wednesday.
Like that a lot. 2 different formulas there.
Yeah.
Speed is not an issue. Award.
Speed is not an issue. Award. Dominguez.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you're being tricky and going to go goal.
No, I'm not trying to trick you.
Sometimes.
I don't know. Do I?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Sometimes.
That's never my intention.
You're a tricky guy.
I'm a tricky guy.
Yeah.
That's never my intention. The Ryan Stanek at bat. I think this gets overlooked a little bit. A horrible move by the Mets to not bring in a lefty.
I fucking love Pete.
They had Cabrera up.
Pete said that whole inning, this game, it's on me.
Yeah, man.
I love Pete.
He's the best. Mendoza should have went to Cabrera, who they had up in the bullpen earlier, and the Yankees struggle versus lefties, and it was the bottom of their lineup. He goes to Stanek, and I do understand why, because apparently Stanek throws 101 now.
It's crazy. But he was hurt a little bit.
But that Dominguez at bat, Dominguez takes a couple close 100-mile-per-hour fastballs that sets up that inning. He ends up drawing a walk. And yeah, I think that final pitch is 100 top of the zone.
Did all the lefties have really good at-bats against him? Because Vivas did.
Dominguez did. Vivas did. Who sent that ball down the line?
Goldie?
No. Wells. That was Wells'
Oh, yeah,
double.
Wells had the double that Dominguez didn't
Should have
score
scored
on, which
on.
he should have scored on.
But yeah, I mean, Dominguez's leadoff walk that inning, which this whole series, a lot of it was depicted by walks. That was a great at bat by Jasson, and kind of set up the series-winning inning.
He's still staying under the radar just enough.
Just enough.
He's going to have a breakout, big something soon. It's going to be awesome.
I like that.
Ooh, baby, I love the way.
Every day.
Okay, my next award.
Okay.
Are you ready for this one?
Yep.
Are you ready for this one?
Yep.
Are you ready for this one?
Are you ready for this one?
It's,
Are you ready for this one? Is he ready for that one?
a pinch on the left and a pinch on my right. Award.
Pinch on my left and a pinch on my right, huh?
Yeah. And then something about grabbing Pandy's hand. Grab Pandy's hand and hold on tight.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Nah, I'm going to Loaisiga
Okay.
because,
Felt like a reliever award.
yeah. And I know he gave up a double, and then he gets in trouble in this game today,
Yeah.
but he looked pretty electric more than he didn't.
Yeah.
And he threw a get-me-over curveball to the catcher, blanking out his name, righty today? Alvarez. Threw a get-me-over.
Slider.
They call it a curve, but it's a slider, I agree. But, like, that's what MLB, so I was trying to speak their lingo.
They call it a curve?
Yeah.
No way.
Um,
I'm going to call horse feathers on that.
one of the websites listed as a curve. I was in there today because I downloaded all those clips. But I like that he did that because it's pitching a little bit. It's like
Right.
he's used 3 different pitches. Granted, the curveball's not great. The changeup, he actually went to a decent amount in one of those at-bats. Just, was it McNeil or was it Nimmo at the end there?
So he threw a good one early on, I believe, to Nimmo, and then he tried to throw a few to McNeil that weren't good.
One of those at-bats, it was fastball strike and then all changeups to finish it, which was cool, and I enjoyed it. God damn it. Let's see. Yeah, so they're calling it a curveball.
It's just not.
It kind of is when you look at it because it's top down. It's just like sharp. But it kind of has a little hump. Like, it doesn't have much right to left. It's 12.6 more. But it's
Tight
88.
slider.
It's 88. It's a bullet slider, really. I don't know how things get named. Anyway, Loaisiga, I hope he's an asset because we need ourselves a 8th inning guy.
They pay him like an asset.
Crazy. Maybe they knew about the facial hair.
8th inning.
Yeah.
Where you got Weave? You got Devin in the 9th?
No. If Weaver in the 9th.
Where you got Williams?
Before Loaisiga.
Whoa.
I mean, I trust Loaisiga more than Devin right now.
Okay.
Devin pops a third pitch. I like him more. I don't know. I mean, Devin's been good, but like we've done 2 outings, and then he's bad again
Right.
a couple times now. So I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I guess I'm surprised you've never even been like the biggest Johnny guy.
Oh, mostly injuries.
Right.
I like him when he's
And not a ton of strikeouts. Like
not a ton of strikeouts, but he should get strikeouts. He was always trying to figure out his pitch mix. He was a 4-seam guy. I remember, and I was like, "Hey guys, the other pitch is better." And then he came back a 2-seam guy. Like Cody was saying, needs to get a cutter or something. Then he'd be awesome. But he's got an electric arm.
Yeah.
No one else on the pen has an electric arm besides like Weave has electric stuff.
Right.
He's the only one that can get anywhere near triple.
Yeah. I'm in on him.
It's good to see Johnny. Always liked Johnny. Talked about the farmer thing with the goatee, but yeah, I mean that changeup. Hopefully that can be the weapon against lefties. But
It was nice. And I like him.
and you like factor meals.
Oh,
Seen it.
dude, I do love factor meals.
I know you do.
I eat them a lot.
Because it's easy. It's quick. 2 minutes, just heat it up and enjoy, which gives you more time to do whatever you want or whatever you need. Get outside instead of prepping and cooking. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat. 45 weekly menu options. You can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Satisfying breakfast, on-the-go lunch, primo dinners, snacks and desserts, abbreviated desserts. Get started at factormeals.com/Yanks50off. Code Yanks50off, 50% off, plus free shipping on your first box. Yanks50off at factormeals.com. Go check them out. Thank you. Factor. It's the Get on Top Award.
Jerbeat Beavis.
No.
Get on top. Get on my back for a piggyback ride.
You know I'm a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan.
Yes, I do know that.
They're my favorite band. It's actually probably one of the lamer facts about me for
Yeah.
some of the kids that listen.
Say lame sauce.
It's a little lame sauce. I get it. Like, there's a lot of the youth hear that and they're like, Jake, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like them. They're really good. I think
Does the youth know 'em?
I think they were so popular. Yes, I think they got so popular that people consider them partially lame.
Like
they're
high
not,
schoolers now.
They're not really rock and roll. I mean, they probably call them like classic rock, and they're
Yeah.
like, this song's kind of
Blake
slaps,
182 is
dude.
classic rock.
Right. It's a good bad song. Get on top. Complications of the mastermind. Get on top. And Paul Goldschmidt can get on top of a high fastball with the best of them. We've seen it in the past couple series. He got the first insurance RBI before the Cody Grand Slam today, getting on top of high fastball. I don't know if you remember. I'd actually said it before it happened. I said, get on top of it, Paulie. And he did it again.
You did say that.
It was
a lot of cheering out of you in the press box today.
There was a lot
Frowned
of cheering
upon.
out of me in the press box. I want to apologize to all the good members of the media. Paulie did this, I want to say, was it the Seattle series too, or was it San Diego, that he got a high fastball that's just not a pitch you see guys get on top of.
I thought there was one against the Rays, or it might have been Padres, because those were right next to each other.
But yeah, he got the Pirate Stanek today, was throwing a hunch, and it's just
Dude,
not.
it's
You don't see a lot of guys. hit the
99
ball
up
like
and
that.
away. It's crazy.
Right, and it's just pure top-spin line drive.
It is topspin. He really has an odd follow-through. He took a 100-mile-per-hour in and just hit it foul, and it was like, that's crazy.
And yeah, I wanted to talk about the over-the-shoulder catch too, and just, you talked about his speed before. He's just a tremendous all-around baseball player, and there's no loud noises behind us, so. But yeah, I guess it was one of those things that was kind of cool for me.
The whole industry of cleaning up stadiums. Japan
Right.
doesn't have this.
It's just the people. Oh, he got me. Like we say lame stuff. We're like, dude, how cool is it we get to see Paul Goldschmidt, the Hall of Famer, and then you're like, okay, St. Louis got to see him be MVP 2 for a year. That had to be pretty sick. And then Arizona saw it for like a decade. That I'm glad we're getting a little bit of a taste of it.
If you guys are wondering what is that noise, we're getting hosed down.
We're getting hosed down. We got the power washer is out, and I look like a guy that could be hit with a power washer.
The only thing we didn't talk about, and I feel bad that I
DJ.
forgot, DJ.
Yeah.
He hits a homer. He made a couple plays at second. He made one today up the middle. He made one yesterday up the middle. He had a decent at-bat against Stanek. He hung in there for a little, spit on some, and ends up striking out 100 miles down the middle. But showing emotion on the field. Don't know if he's... I still don't know if we're going into the postseason and DJ's a starting second baseman, third baseman, and we're ecstatic about it.
Right.
I don't need that to happen to feel good. But I have found myself like weaving into this like humanity of being like, No, I really want to root for DJ.
Right.
Like when he does good, I feel happy. I do have a connection to him. Where like, and I am cynical a lot of times about some things, but there's so much cynicism where like, you see any response to a hit, like, oh, well, he's going to get hurt, or like that. I'm like, hold on. Part of me does just want to feel joy around this if he is able to provide and be good for a couple weeks, for a couple months, for whatever this is.
Well, I think, I was going to give him the Dead Man Walking Award if it was there. But in a positive way. Like, when you got nothing to lose, sometimes that's a sweet spot.
Yeah.
And man, again, like think of the memory that, I'm not saying DJ's about to do this, but think of the memory that Matt Carpenter left with Yankee fans. Matt Carpenter was bad for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
had to retool his whole swing.
Like Cardinal fans who loved Matt Carpenter because they got to see him be a really good baseball player. A lot of Cardinal shout-outs. They also saw Matt Carpenter be bad for a couple seasons. Matt Carpenter got in the lab, put in the work, came to the Yankees, had a great run for a little bit. DJ, I don't know if that's coming. You could tell from his fist bump that he didn't know if it was ever going to come. But that was also pretty cool. And yeah, the defensive plays were great, man.
Ronald Spears, the only hope you have is to accept the fact that you're already dead. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll be able to function as a soldier. That's what DJ has done. Matt
Carpenter's last 2 years with St. Louis before coming over to the Yankees, the 50-game 2020 season, he was a 186 batting average, a 314 slug, a 640 OPS. That's an OPS plus of 79. The year after, he was worse in 130 games. He was 169, 305, a 275 slugging. The same man that came to the Yankees and had a 727 slugging. Yeah. He was the only guy helping Judge. So baseball's a weird sport. It's the only sport that really that can happen. In basketball, if you get old, you're old. If football, you get old, you're old. Maybe DJ can find a spark for a little bit, or be a good bench option, or start versus lefties and provide something at second, third, or first.
Yankees have another off day on Monday.
Yeah.
Kind of like into baseball. I'd love to watch a game tomorrow night.
Oh.
This is the first off day.
Interesting.
Where I'm like,
Pretty soon.
I had one of those earlier. I'm okay with today or tomorrow.
This is is this the start of the crazy road trip?
After this homestand, I think they go to
After this
Rockies,
LA, and I'm a whole week in LA.
Wow.
They're all gonna be home.
Party in.
Young William Warren versus old Patrick Corbin.
Nice.
That's a battle of early settler names.
Young versus old, DeGrom versus Yarby, and then Evaldi versus Rodon.
The third one's the only one that makes sense, where if you saw them on a card together, you'd be like, okay.
Right.
Two intense starters going at it. The other ones, you're like, what? That? So that should be good. Yanks are playing well.
Short beat.
There's stuff to worry about as far as like what this team looks like come the postseason, but we are so far away from that that if you're not enjoying what the season is right now, I feel really bad for you.
Yanks are good.
They're fun to watch and good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodbye. Love you. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.